Hey, how you doing, everybody? And welcome to Monster Riffs. All right, now the demonstration at the beginning, the little jam at the top, was just, with the bass player playing an E chord, just playing an E note. All right, and the thing about riffs is a guitar player can add a lot of chordal color to his riffs by not just playing the root. So the root over this whole section is just one note. It's an E note, and that would be pretty boring if we just did that, So what I did is, I set up this groove, and then I wanted to show you how you can grab little bits and pieces of chords and make them into riffs. So what we have here, that's just a B and an E, okay? And I take those two notes and I slide them down a whole step. Hear it over that E. And then I'm grabbing a piece of A, which is the notes E and A here. Right? So that's all that is. And then I just go down there and play a little blues riff. So part of this is showing how creating a riff, a monstrous riff, by grabbing little chord shapes or shapes out of your, scales. And this bit right here is all out of this position of the pentatonic scale. Right? It's all out of that. It's just these. And then, right? Very simple. But the other thing that makes this monstrous and makes it sound huge is I'm just letting these things ring out against that steady, bass player that's just, dumbly thumbing out the root. And that makes it sound, it just makes it sound a lot more than what it is. And also, the beauty of a riff like that is the amount of space allowed. So you've got 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2. So you've got a 2-bar, really a 4-bar phrase, but a 2-bar riff, and then you've got those 2 bars that you can fill in. So, some different things that I did in there, I did some of my E pentatonic, did some of the E pentatonic stuff there now. All right, so, I've got these little, then back. And then we got space again. Now, at one point, I did harmonics. You can fill that 2 bars on the back end of this, fill that with virtually anything. And that is the beauty of, guitar players like Eddie Van Halen and, Jimi Hendrix to some degree before that. They had so much space in their songs, and because they were the only, chordal instrument in their band, and if they laid out of the chords, there would be all this space. And that is how I like to play. I prefer to play in a band where I'm the only guitar player, because I've grown up playing like that, and I like to be able to fill that space if need be, if it's needed. And it's really something, if you have attention deficit disorder, which I'm sure I have, but back when I was coming up, they didn't even know what that was. But, for me, it keeps things interesting because I know I've always got little spaces to fill, and it keeps my mind active, and I can think. I'm literally, I don't map out any of these demos that I'm doing at the top of the video. I just hit record and I play, and a lot of times it's the first take. This one, I think I ended up doing 2, maybe 3 takes tops till I decided what I even wanted this video to be about. But, this is a way that you can fill the sound with these riffs, can add a little bit of finger grease, right? Put that stank on it. You gotta put that stank on it, you know what I'm saying? And then you've got that space to fill, and you can literally do anything you want. You could do the tap. You know, and as you can see, in the demonstration, I did a lot of different kind of pentatonic and Dorian type riffs. Now, another thing that I did quarterly was I played G triads, which works. That's essentially a G triad with an E in the bass. That's essentially an E minor chord, all right? And then I just took that up, that same shape, I took it up a whole step to A. Now that creates some of that tension. It's the same thing we were doing here when we went to that little A shape. So, and then 2 bars of space. That style of jumping from rhythm to lead is, to me, is the most intoxicating guitar playing style there is, because it's just you're filling out and creating this huge sound, and then you're able to just jump into licks and play, and man, it makes the riffs and the playing sound monstrous. And that's why I've called this video Monster Riffs. Now, there's a lot of other things you can do with your pentatonic shape here. You got your G triad here and your A triad, right? And then you've also got some little 2-note shapes. This is like an A and a D, and this is a B and an E. Just that little bit of information is enough for you to be able to go out, go pick up your guitar and experiment and come up with your own little riff ideas. Really, it's endless what you can do. And just having a little bit of knowledge on the guitar and experiment, you know, with your shapes, you know, your E minor pentatonic. Right here you got G and then E. So that's all out of that E minor pentatonic, and I want you to know it from here to here. And once you know it from here to here, it's all the same. It just repeats right here. So if you have not checked out my video, 5 positions of the minor pentatonic scale, make sure to check that out. Learn the pentatonic scale up and down the neck in all the keys. This is something I can't do for you. You're going to have to do for yourself. But once you do it, you're opening up a treasure trove of riffs and ideas and licks and things that you can do to make your playing better. And that's what it's all about. Thank everybody for watching this video. Please hit the Sweetwater link if you need some strings or picks or guitars or amps, anything. Hit my Sweetwater link, buy something. It helps this channel out immensely. And also, I've got an Amazon link. So if you need anything on Amazon, anything you purchase helps me greatly. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm going to see you on the next one.